guys, it's Dan Book Nook Noggin, and it is the last book haul of 2022. I feel like lately, though, I haven't really been reading a ton of books. I've been really watching more film than anything, and I have been watching quite a few interesting films that I just wanted to share with you guys real quick before we get into the books that I got. Since October, I think most of these books I picked up. Some of these I picked up in October, November, December. Okay, but yeah, sorry about the little distraction. My cat was looking for her cat husband. The Bride of Timothy, she's looking for him out the windows. She's yet to be on camera yet. But I have been watching some interesting things, and I'm going to tell you that some of these things I slept on them, and I wish I didn't. One of the things that I had slept on was What We Do in the Shadows. I just started season 4 of this show, and I had quite a few people recommend this show to me. If you're into raunchy, kind of dark horror comedy stuff, I think you'll really love What We Do in the Shadows. And speaking of, here she is. This is Ashley Tiger, the Bride of Timothy. Little Ashley Tiger. Yeah. But yeah, I saw the film for What We Do in the Shadows also. I started watching that a couple years ago. I think it was on Prime, and I started to watch it. And then for some reason, I just lost interest in it, and I didn't continue with it. And I'm kind of glad that I decided to rewatch that, because it is really good, really entertaining. So is the show as well. Another thing that I saw that I was kind of like hesitant to watch was Smile. Now, I have to say, because I was talking to one of my coworkers about this, the promotional material for Smile really kind of hindered me from wanting to see this fucking film. I was like, oh my god, this film looks like it's going to be super obnoxious, super annoying, and I had zero desire to see it. But then I kept seeing, like, it kept popping up on my feed on Letterboxd that people were watching it. And I'm like, well, there's got to be some kind of merit to this film. I'll go ahead and check it out. So I went and checked it out. I'm going to say, if you are someone who is a fan of The Ring or the idea of a curse, then I think you'll enjoy Smile. If it would have been presented to me in a trailer form that it was a curse, like an unbreakable chain kind of curse phenomena kind of thing, I think I would have been more apt to see this sooner than I did. But that one was a really good film that I saw. Also, another film that I want to mention that's just debuted on Netflix. It's called The Invitation. This one, the trailer, it kind of reveals in the trailer that it's vampires. So, like, okay, it starts out with a lady. She's mixed. She's biracial. She's black and white. She does a DNA test and finds out she has a long lost family that's in England, and she gets invited to a wedding there, and one thing's revealed after another. And that one, it definitely was kind of a slow burn, but because I kind of forgot I had seen the trailer, but then I was watching it, and it's because it's PG-13. I was really hesitant to watch this one too, but it was really well done. And if you sit through it, the pacing is okay. It works out fine. Everything plays out and everything's revealed, and I love the slow build momentum of that movie. That was another good one. Okay, enough of me rambling about films and movies and stuff like that. Oh, and I got a question for you, because I got 2 other films that I was aware of that I got that I wanted to watch, and let me know your opinion on these. I got X and Pearl. I think X came before Pearl, but does it matter in watch order if you have seen those films? Like, do I have to watch X first, or can I go ahead and watch Pearl before I watch X? Just throwing that one out there. Okay, we're going to go into this. I'm going to start with the comics first. I know not everybody is into comics, so I will share the comics I got first. I got Wolverine 3. This is the new 2020 series of Wolverine, and this collects issues 14 and 19. I've yet to read any of the issues of Wolverine yet, but I've got a bunch of them stacked behind me. At some point I got to get to them and read them. And I also picked up X-Men Red Volume 1, and this collects issues numbers 1 through 5 of X-Men Red. And the last comic I got was Immortal X-Men, and this collects issues numbers 1 through 6. This takes place after the events of Inferno, which I also have Inferno, and I have to read that. I want to read the books in order of the new island and all that, so I kind of have an idea what's going on with the storyline. I want to read them from the beginning before I get to this kind of stuff. Not going to skip anything, you know. Okay, now let's get into the paperback books that I got. I've got We by Yevgeny Zamyatin. This is classic Russian science fiction. It says on the back, before Brave New World, before 1984, there was We, and it's kind of like one of those dystopian kind of books. I'm aware of it. I don't know the specific details about it. I don't know. I mean, I've heard good things about it, but I have never read it, so I'm open to reading that one. I got Ray Bradbury, Quicker Than the Eye. This is a collection of short stories. And I guess it had been a long time before he did a collection of short stories. Hey, take two. My battery died, and then I had to charge my camera. It's like anything and everything that can happen seems to be happening. Moving on with the paperback books, I picked up a copy of Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I read one book by him so far. It was something I got from NetGalley. I don't really remember the title of it, but I loved it. So I was like, you know what? I'm willing to read more Blake Crouch because of that one book was phenomenal. And I've heard good things about this one. I think this is the one that came out after the book that I read and reviewed. And then I got a few hardcover books. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Never read anything by this author. I'm kind of hesitant to read this author because I think he's like overly hyped. I think he's one of those overly hyped authors. And I don't think I've heard anything good about his stuff. I think they're like those run-of-the-mill kind of thriller books that seem to be popular. So I'm willing to give it a go because it was free at the library. And then I picked up Justin Cronin's The Passage. I don't know if this is book 2. I know it's a part of a series. But I saw this in hardcover and I was like, you know what? For free, I'm definitely going to pick up a copy of that. And then this is something my son picked up. I don't even know where he got it. But it's Irish Wonders. And this is just like, you know, little tales about ghosts, giants, leprechauns, banshees, fairies, witches, and other marvels of the Emerald Isle. And it's got illustrations, so it could be interesting. I would like to learn a little bit more about that part of the world, as my ancestry is partly from Ireland, so I'm kind of interested in that. So that was one I decided to... I'm kind of glad that my son picked it up. My son's not really a big book reader, but he will pick up books when he finds them places about interesting topics. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, the last book haul of 2022. I'm going to try to upload this at some point this weekend, with it being a holiday weekend. I'm gonna upload these videos before 2023. I should, by all means. I definitely should. But yeah, let me know what you think of these books. If there's any you've read before and you think I should get to, comments about any of those films and TV series I talked about in the beginning. Yeah, that's all I got, really. I'm going to throw down an Amazon link because, you know, let's face it, the economy sucks. We could all use a little extra money. I would love it if you guys would buy something through my links through Amazon. I get a very small percentage of that. So I'm going to try to find one of these books and I will throw up a link for it. Maybe I'll put up a link for the comics. You know, and you could buy anything through that link. It doesn't have to be that specific book. I'm also going to throw down my coffee link. And if you're new to my channel, this is the first time you've ever watched my video, hi there. If you want to see more book recommendations and book reviews, like if you like the idea of the books that I showed you and you're like, hey, that seems to be my taste too, then what are you doing? Hit that subscriber button and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload, because I'm not overly consistent lately. I've been kind of skipping weekends, and you know, it is what it is. Sometimes life happens. And lately, life seems to happen more frequently than a schedule can demand. And like I've said before, I have to work a full-time job. YouTube is just a hobby right now. But hopefully someday, I'm not crossing my fingers or hoping for anything, but it is what it is. Till next time, guys, later.